Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. Officially 2 minutes and 31 seconds into this first quarter. And so the visitors get on the board first. A couple of teams that have been idle for quite some time. The Spartans are 6-0, but have not played since an April 10th victory at Lynn. Squeaked that one out 7-6 to stay perfect. And even longer for Florida Tech, who has not played since a 13-9 victory against Florida Southern on April 6th. And so now the Panthers with the ball again, and with that 1-0 lead. And they score again as it gets in behind a frustrated Blake Ulmer, the Spartans' starting goaltender this evening. So 3 minutes, 21 seconds in, and Florida Tech goes up 2-0. A goal scored by Luke Jane. And for Jane, that is his 5th goal of the season. And the Spartans now in control and looking for some room. Ben French and has some room to operate. Looks a nice pass, doesn't connect, and picked up there by UT, however, as Jack Wood was able to recover. And this is Wood now. Wood looking things over. Has a man behind the net, sends it back there to him. That's Colin White. And a quick pass all the way back up top to Shane Hanlon. And now over on the near side to Daniel Fitzpatrick. Takes 2 defenders with him, sends a pass back behind the net, and then gets it back and right in front. Shot coming, scores! Jack Wood with an underhanded shot that gets in behind the goaltender Vincent Palermo. And 4 minutes and 9 seconds into this opening quarter, the Spartans get on the board. It's 2-1. The assist goes to Daniel Fitzpatrick. And for Jack Wood, that is his 16th goal of the season. And now on the faceoff. And the ball's still loose. Chased down and picked up by the Spartans. Scott Phillips controlled that one. And this is Owen Matukas leaving it for Richie Hawley. Back behind the Panthers net. And very patient back there, Jack Wood. A pass right out in front. Shot, scores! Just like that, UT ties it up as Colin White buries the pass from Jack Wood. And 2 quick goals by the home team as we sit 2-2 after Florida Tech had jumped out with the game's first 2 goals. And so UT answers back. And now we'll get the face-off. Ross Dickerson, of course, for UT, and is able to control it himself. And Dickerson finally outlets it. That pass misses, and it's going to be run down and picked up there by Ben French. Now it's lost, and another loose ball, and whistles as 1 or 2 players go down. Possession awarded to the Panthers. And their goaltender Palermo looks and sends a pass up ahead. That's Andy Stump across midfield. Over to Luke Palmisano, and now they send it down low. Nate DePlank back there as the Panthers set up their offense. Pass on the near side to Reed Chaconis. Chaconis looking to go one-on-one against Owen Matukas. And looking in the slot, no one there. Tries to back his way in, and that one might have been deflected. It goes out of play on the far side of the field. Possession remains with Florida Tech. Still plenty of time on the shot clock for them. Justin Williams puts it in. And this is Chaconis down in the corner. Now it's in behind the Spartan net. They'll work the perimeter, will the Florida Tech Panthers, as it's sent back up top. Palmisano for Chaconis, and it's batted away, and a nice forced turnover there. On the run is Matthew Beto, and a shot coming. Scores! A laser from Jack Wood. And Matthew Bedeau gets a ton of credit for that one, as Bedeau forced the turnover. And the beneficiary, Jack Wood, as he ripped that one past Vincent Palermo. And officially, the assist goes to Ben French. But again, it was all started by Matthew Bedeau, as UT has taken their first lead of the game, and they are in possession right now. That's Owen Miller, as the Spartans make some personnel changes. Onto the field now, Brian Wright, he has it. Wright holds, waits, sends it over for French. French tries to get past his check, gets past a second Panthers player, a nice pass. And quick passing by the Spartans here. As it's put right in front, scores! Ben French makes it 4-2 Spartans. And UT is on a roll after having given up the game's first 2 goals. They're coming fast and furious, as French gets his 23rd of the season. Luke McEnany with the assist. Off the chest of Chaconis, and now he's able to pick it up. Panthers on the move, as Palmisano backs up and weighs his options, and it's sent over for Justin Williams on the far side, and they move it quickly in behind the Spartans net. Working back there, Florida Tech needing to get the next goal of this game to halt the momentum that the Spartans have built up. 4 consecutive goals. And here comes Luke Jane. Jane is bumped, holds on to it, and opts to give it over to his teammate, Luke Palmisano. Palmisano on the move. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And the Panthers may lose it here, although Jane works his way and takes a bounce shot, goes out of play. And so the Spartans take over. And if you're just joining us, the Spartans already have a 3-point effort from Jack Wood on the strength of 2 goals and 1 assist. Colin White and Ben French with the other 2 goals, as the Spartans, a loose ball down in the Panthers' end, and Florida Tech starts their way back. The visitors have gotten their 2 goals from Luke Jane and from Justin Williams, as you see the Spartans come up with that loose ball and an outlet pass that connects, and up ahead goes Owen Matukas. Matukas shakes off a check, leaves a pass back for Cormac McCarthy, who goes down as the ball rolls towards the corner, and they play on as Florida Tech takes over. Panthers with it on the far side of the field and now in behind the Spartans' net. And it's sent back up top. And now coming out onto the field for the Panthers is Luke Jane. And that's him with the ball as he relays it back over to Andy Stump. Stump one-on-one with Matukas. Can't shake the check, so he leaves a pass there for Palmisano. Now here's Jane with 25 on the shot clock. And a shot coming. Nice save there. They score on the rebound. A good heads-up play offensively by the Panthers after the save had initially been made by Blake Ulmer. Zach Razgani with the goal. And for Razgani, his 12th goal of the season. So 4-3 now, with just under 4.5 minutes left in this first quarter. And the Spartans try to move it up to the Panthers line. That's Ben French and Shane Hanlon with it now. Over for Richie Hawley and back to Hanlon. And now Daniel Fitzpatrick. They 3 of them playing catch out there. And here comes Hawley with a good burst of speed. Takes it down in behind the Panthers net. Out in front. Hanlon looks to shoot. And that one goes wide and out of play. So UT turns it over. And what has been a fast-moving first quarter. The goaltender, Palermo, sends a long pass. And does it connect? It does. And flags flying, needless to say, on that long pass for Chandler Hake. And so we'll have a call here. This coming with 3:16 left in the first quarter. And so the goaltender Ulmer is going to be replaced here by B.J. Borowski. And the official giving the penalty against Ulmer to the scorer's table. So the Spartans draw the game's first penalty, a 30-second holding call against Ulmer. And now there's a pass on the far side. The Panthers need to go to work quickly here with the man up. And no opportunity there as some great defense being played. And look at the pressure being applied by Nick Pare. And there's a, oh, what a save by Borowski. A great pass and an even better save as B.J. Borowski made a huge save there to stop the Panthers from tying this game. And so UT heads back the other way. And with it now is Owen Miller. Miller taking his time. And the penalty has expired to Blake Ulmer. And now with it, McEnany, his pass, and it misses. Now it picked back up. He carries on behind the net, comes right out in front and scores! Luke McEnany. A little bit of breathing room for UT as they go up 5-3 with 1:56 remaining here in the first quarter. And it's an unassisted goal. And for McEnany, that's goal number 7 on the season. And now we get Ross Dickerson, of course, the face-off specialist for UT. And they're going to give this one to Florida Tech. And so the Panthers a chance to cut it back to 1, as it had been up until that McEnany goal. And now into the corner goes Justin Williams, and being watched back there by Christian Barodiak. Pops out the other side, sent up top. That's Luke Jane, one of the Florida Tech goal scorers. And a little burst of speed there, pass in the middle. Noah Stetcher threw that one, and the Spartans able to take over. As we're down to just a minute and a half left here in the first quarter. And of course, Ulmer has gone back in goal now. Nice cameo appearance there for B.J. Borowski, and a great highlight save that he made during his short time in the net. And it looks as though they might have actually given the goalpost the save on that one. I'm going to, in my opinion, say erroneously, because he's not credited with any saves for the 56 seconds that he's listed as having played. And now they gave it to him. Perhaps listening to the broadcast. And here come the Panthers, and a nice save there by Ulmer, and a flag thrown. So we're going to get another penalty called as the whistle stops play with 44 seconds left here in the opening quarter. So the game's first penalty was against the Spartans goaltender, and let's see who this next penalty is going to be called against as the official goes over to the scorer's table. And now play resumes. So Nick Perry with a 1-minute unnecessary roughness penalty for UT, as the Panthers at work here offensively. Chukonis wanted the long shot from up top, had a defender right on him, and they'll give it up instead. In the middle, and bodies fly, and another flag is thrown, and we may get a second penalty called against the Spartans. This comes with just 9 seconds left here in the first quarter. And it appears as though perhaps Matthew Badeau. So 2 Spartans penalties, and not an enviable position to be in, as Badeau gets a 1-minute slashing penalty. And there goes the horn to end the first quarter. And so the Spartans go into the break with a 5-3 lead. You're watching UT Lacrosse on TampaSpartans.tv.
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Back live as we get ready to start the second quarter of play with the Spartans in the lead 5-3. Shots on goal in that first quarter were 9-9. And the Spartans winning 6 of the 9 faceoffs. As you see Florida Tech with the opening possession here in the second quarter. And they score. So very quickly, just 20 seconds in, as you see the replay here, and Florida Tech draws within 1 on a goal by Reed Chaconis. And for Chaconis, that is his 12th goal of the year. The Panthers came into this game 3 different players that all had 11 goals each. And 2 of those 3 have now scored. Zach Rasgoni was one of them. And now Chaconis. Brendan Harry with the assist on that goal. And so here comes UT. Let's see if they can answer back, as this is Brian Wright. Sends it over for McEnany, and a quick pass for Owen Miller. For French, Ben French puts his shoulder down, turns the corner, a low shot, and a save made there by Palermo. And Florida Tech controls the rebound, and here they go the other way. On the move, Rasgoni, and being chased there by Badeau, as they'll reset up top with Andy Stump. Stump looking over the offensive zone. Opts to go to the other side for Christian Torres. And Torres tries to get past the speedy Brian Wright. Can't, so he sends a pass over, and now the Panthers to the other side of the field. And back up top, Stump once again. Stump tried to step around Owen Miller, and he's finally pushed and has to give up a pass for his teammate Palmisano. And Luke Palmisano almost looked like he was thinking shot, and now a shot comes instead from Jane, and it goes out of play. And we might have a timeout being called here. And so with that, we will take a timeout as well. You're watching UT Lacrosse on TampaSpartans.tv. Back live here with the Spartans in a 5-4 lead against the Florida Tech Panthers coming over from the other coast, Melbourne, Florida. And a beautiful evening here on this Saturday night in Tampa. And a good crowd on hand as well. A nice change from the beginning of the season when the Sunshine State Conference kept all the sports off limits to fans as a safety precaution for COVID. And now play underway. And Paul Masano sends a pass over. And working in behind the net is Rosgoni. Pass over on the far side. Luke Jane takes it in behind the Spartans net. Jane turns the corner, takes a shot and scores. And so Florida Tech ties the game on the second goal of the night from Luke Jane. And so just when it looked like the Spartans were going to run away with it, they had fallen behind 2-0 and ripped off 4 straight goals. All of a sudden the Panthers with the comeback and tied now 5-5 just a couple minutes into this second quarter. And here come the Panthers again. That's Matt Lecomte on the far side, and Lecomte being chased. And pressure on Lecomte being applied by Matthew Badeau. And there's a pass that misses, and the player from each team runs after it. And who comes out of nowhere but Bennett Duffy to pick it up for the Panthers. And looks like we may have another timeout being called here. Indeed, Florida Tech calls a timeout. You're watching UT Lacrosse on TampaSpartans.tv. All set to resume here following the timeout taken by Florida Tech. And Justin Williams will put it in play on the far side of the field. And starts off by giving it to Jane. Over to Palmisano, who relays it back. And to the other side, and back to Jane once again. Palmisano sends it into the corner, and Nate DePlank returns the favor, and the Panthers will try from up top as Jane tries to go one-on-one, bumping there with Christian Barodiak. Chaconis on the move, and Barodiak takes him down, and there's a pass that misses, and it's kept in, and the Spartans come away with it. Sam Collingwood was Sammy on the spot. And Badeau gives it over for Miller. And the Spartans will make a few personnel changes as it's given now to McEnany. McEnany on the run, a nice pass, shot coming, scores! Owen Miller absolutely ripped that one and fires it past Vincent Palermo. The Spartans go back into the lead at 6-5. That goal comes exactly 4 minutes into the second quarter. And for Owen Miller, that is goal number 6 on the season. And here comes UT again on the run. As taken down was Ross Dickerson, but UT still in possession as they make some changes. Owen Matukas gives it for Brian Wright, and Matukas will go off. And this is Owen Miller, who just scored. Luke McEnany with the assist on that goal. Brian Wright looking and wants to go one-on-one against Christian Torres. Fires that one high over top of the net and out of play. Possession stays with the Spartans. And now Jack Wood, who has 2 goals and 1 assist, starts it in for UT. Wood has a pick, gives it to Brian Wright. Oh, Wright is checked. You could tell he wanted to take it to the net, and good defense there. Wright slips inside and takes a shot, and Palermo got a piece of that one as it's chased down into the corner, and the Panthers were able to keep it in. The referee right there on the spot to say no. So possession remains with UT. Colin White here with it. And now looking for some room. That's McEnany. And knocked down by the Panthers. Nice job there defensively by J.P. Panchukian. And down the other end of the field, it's loose. And finally, it's run down by Matthew Badeau. He pushes it up quickly ahead to McCarthy. Cormac McCarthy, his pass connects as the Spartans settling things down. You could see Wood kind of encouraging his teammates to do exactly that. 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. I'm Bruce Wozniak. Glad you could be with us on this Saturday night. Another contest between these two familiar Sunshine State Conference rivals. As the Spartans, a shot there that's going to sail out of play. And the official looked as though he might have changed his mind at the last minute. As Shane Hanlon puts it back in for the Spartans. A nice pass and shot, scores! Owen Miller gets the goal. His second of the night. And the Spartans go into a 7-5 lead. Jack Wood gets the assist. And so Miller picks up goal number 7 on the season. And Wood now with a 4-point night. As we'll have the face-off here out at midfield. And that's Dickerson for UT going against Ethan Toshef. And flags, 2 flags, 3 flags thrown on the field. So penalties coming here with 8.5 minutes remaining. And let's see what the calls are. As there's an official picking up one of the flags. And now another official picking up another, and the official giving the call to the scorers table will go and pick up the third and final flag. The penalty is being called against the Spartans' Christian Barodiak. 1 minute for unnecessary roughness, and it's unreleasable. And an opportunity here for the Panthers. This is Chaconis over for Williams. Sends it in behind the net to Chandler Hake. Hake, good defense there by Nick Perry, although the Panthers able to maintain possession. Over for Williams. And turned over. Nice job there by the Spartans, although there's a pass that misses. The Panthers get it back. Shot coming, and it goes wide and out of play. Shot from Rosgoni. And so a break there for UT as they'll start their way back out of their own end. On the run there is Matukas, and a long pass up ahead that connects with Platanic, and he takes it in behind the Panthers' net. Changes being made by the Spartans. Ben French sends it for Jack Wood, and Wood looks on the status of those changes and looking to go one-on-one here against Kyle Sergio. Wood still with it. And skips down and takes it all the way down in behind the net. Fitzpatrick being watched back there. Daniel Fitzpatrick goes the other way and can't shake the check, sends a pass that misses, and this one's going to roll all the way to midfield. And so turned over. And Florida Tech with an opportunity now as they come in over the Tampa line. Nice pass in front, shot coming, they score! Zach Rosgoni, his second goal of the game. And the Panthers hanging around. It's 7-6. 6:42 left here in the first half. And Florida Tech has come ready to play despite their 2-3 one-loss record and not looking like a team that's been off for more than 3 weeks. As I mentioned, they have not played since an April 6th victory at home against Florida Southern. And here they are giving all they got to the Spartans. In a hotly contested road game, and they've got possession again. On the run now, Palmisano, a bounce shot and a nice save there by Ulmer, and it goes out of play on the far side, and possession stays with Florida Tech. And now the pass connects there with Bennett Duffy, and Duffy takes it down towards the corner. Duffy being watched loosely there by Platanic. He'll take it all the way in behind the Spartans' net and comes out the other side. The pass up top that misses and skips across midfield. And so the Spartans now, as we make our way inside the final 6 minutes of this first half, and UT certainly would like to get a little more breathing room from these persistent Florida Tech Panthers that continue to claw their way back into the game. That's Luke McEnany with it. And here's Brian Wright. Wright across the line for McEnany. And McEnany backs up. McEnany to his left. And Wright, oh! Brian Wright was met with a check there applied by J.P. Panchukian, and the Spartans still in possession as they'll take it in behind the Panthers' net. A move made there, and working his way out in front, Colin White. Now a pass to Wood, and McEnany's going to have to chase that one into the corner. McEnany will take it in behind the Panthers' net. Stops, goes back the other way, and cuts a pass out in front. And two defenders there, and a shot that doesn't get through. And strong defense being played here by Florida Tech, as you see the battle for the loose ball out there. And the Panthers have it right on the midfield stripe. And the Spartans trying to get the ball back, but Florida Tech carries on. Physical play from both teams here, as Rosgoni has it for the Panthers and now gives it to Stump. Over for Noah Stecker. And on the near side, there's a flag laying on the field here. We may have a call coming up against the Spartans, who unfortunately have had quite the parade into the penalty area so far in this first quarter. First half, 4 penalties already against the Spartans tonight. None against the visitors. And 20 seconds now on the shot clock, as it's inside and the ball's on the ground. And now a whistle stopping play with 3:23 remaining. And let's see, another call coming up here against the Spartans. And really leaving the door open for the Panthers. And the Panthers 1 for 4 so far with the extra man in this game. So obviously hoping to go 2 for 5 at this point, as there's a call being made against Christian Barodiak, a 30-second penalty, too many men. And so the Panthers at work here. Up top with it, Jane. Now they cycle it over to the corner and back up top. And a long shot coming there from Chaconis, and a save by Ulmer as they continue to battle for the rebound, and Ulmer finally able to pull it in himself. And the Spartans make their way back up towards midfield. And there's a pass up ahead that connects with Scott Phillips. And I believe we're going to have a timeout called here by the Spartans. And so we will step aside as well. You're watching UT Lacrosse on TampaSpartans.tv. Back here now as the teams come out of the timeout. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, these Florida Tech Panthers, they came to play, as we are in a very entertaining lacrosse game here on this Saturday evening. 81 degrees in Tampa, and the temperature even hotter down on the field. 7-6 our score. It was 5-3 UT at the end of one. And the Panthers have outscored the Spartans 3-2 so far here in this second quarter. And again, worth repeating, 5 penalties called against the Spartans so far in this game. None against the Panthers, as UT in possession here. And there's a pass that connects. Ben French on the move. French gives up a pass for Hanlon. Shane Hanlon on the run. Hanlon takes a long shot. That one goes wide and out of play. And possession stays with the Spartans with 35 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And up top, 2 minutes left in the first half, and a save made there as Palermo, a long attempt downfield, misses, and so UT will come back the other way. Richie Holly brings it up and sends it over for Hanlon. Back to Holly again, and so Holly, as we're down to 1 minute and 35 seconds left in the second quarter, Holly sends it back over for French. Ben French has a step and doesn't take the shot. It's in behind the Panther net instead. Now quickly out in front, and it's lost. Came out of the stick, and frustration shown there by Jack Wood. And the goaltender Palermo with it behind his own net. Palermo just 5'4", and looks like he's only 5'4", as you see him throw that one way downfield, and it connected with Brendan Banks. And now we're going to get another timeout called here, obviously by the Panthers, as they want to strategize for the final 49 seconds of this second quarter. So we will step away here on TampaSpartans.tv. Back here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex. And let's see what head coach Mark Penn drew up during that timeout for his Florida Tech Panthers, as they put it in play with what is now 40 seconds left in the second quarter. And they could essentially turn off the shot clock if they want to at this point. There's more time on it than there is on the game clock. And clearly you can see Florida Tech working for the last shot. This is Luke Jane. Sends a pass over for Chaconis. Chaconis being chased there by Badeau. And a pass down low. And 10 seconds on the game clock now. Behind the net to Plank. And they need to get a shot off here. 4 seconds. And this may backfire. The Panthers are not going to get a shot off as the horn goes to end the second quarter. So we go into halftime with the Spartans holding a 7-6 lead. And I will be back to call the second half for you. You're watching UT Lacrosse on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams, discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
I couldn't tell which side you were on.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Back alive here at the Nimoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus, where the Spartans have a 7-6 lead at halftime. I'm Bruce Wozniak, and recapping our first half stats. UT getting 7 goals on 14 shots. Florida Tech with 6 goals on 14 shots. And as I mentioned a few times, 5 penalties called in that first half, all against the Spartans, and nothing yet called against Florida Tech. Face-offs were 8-6 in favor of the Spartans in that first half. 7 saves for goaltender Vincent Palermo of the Panthers. 7 saves also for Blake Ulmer. And, of course, 1 save credited to B.J. Borowski in the 56 seconds that he played when he had to come in as a result of the penalty that was assessed to Ulmer. I do want to take this opportunity to congratulate Ross Dickerson, as he was named the Male Athlete of the Year, and the University of Tampa awards one to a male and one to a female, and Dickerson is the winner for the men, and that is across all sports. So quite an honor for Ross Dickerson to be the Male Athlete of the Year across all sports at the University of Tampa. And Dickerson in 2020 was named the Inside Lacrosse Division II Player of the Year and was a first-team All-American. He also holds the NCAA record for face-off winning percentage. So another honor for Ross Dickerson as he goes out there to fittingly take this face-off that will begin the second half. And will do so against Ethan Toshoff of the Panthers. And play is underway as it's UT, and there's a bounce shot taken, and it goes out of play. Five different players have scored for the Spartans tonight. 2 goals each from Jack Wood and Owen Miller, and single tallies from Luke McEnany, Colin White, and Ben French. And for the visitors, Zach Rosgoni has 2, as does Luke Jane, and then single tallies from Reed Chiconis and Justin Williams. Spartans working here, have it in behind the Panthers' net. And with it back there is French, and it's turned over. Some aggressive defense there by Florida Tech, resulting in a possession for the Panthers, as it's the goaltender Palermo starting it up. Palermo, a long pass, connecting with Luke Jane as it's sent up ahead into the corner. And Rosgoni returns it to Jane. And now on the move, here comes Andy Stump, and a pass over and a shot coming. That one goes high and out of play, taken by Justin Williams. Now up top with it, Luke Jane, and hold on, a whistle stopping play, and that'll be for safety reasons. The official going to move that lacrosse ball that was in a dangerous spot as play now resumes. And Jane is met out there by McEnany, and the ball's loose and picked up by Florida Tech. Shot clock winding down. There's one that goes wide and out of play. And possession stays with the Panthers, but only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They're going to have to work quickly here. And instead, Matt Gutman says, no, we're not going to get a shot away. I'll just throw this one to the other side of the field, and the Spartans and start from their own end line, and that's what Sam Collingwood does. Collingwood gives it to his goaltender, and Ulmer will send it over to the other side of the field. And up ahead with it, Colin White sends it for Richie Hawley. And now coming out of the pack with it, and nice burst of speed there as Owen Matukas, and he'll go off the field. And now Holly puts his shoulder down and bumps there with Brendan Banks. Back up top now for Ben French. And this is Shane Hanlon. Hanlon takes a shot. It goes wide and will go out of play on the far side of the field. Possession stays with UT as they put it back in quickly. Holly over for French. French takes a shot and a save made there by Palermo. And they cover it up in the crease. And possession to the Panthers. They may have called a crease violation on UT, as starting it up for Florida Tech is Reed Chaconis. Chaconis, as I mentioned, with one of the 6 Florida Tech goals. As now Stump will send it over for Noah Stecker. On the run, leaves a pass back. Stump is met there defensively by Barodiak, and so it's in behind the Spartans' net. And a long shot, no, not taken. Stecker wanted to wind up, but a nice job to discourage that. Sam Collingwood, as Florida Tech will put it in play from the near corner. Rasgoni as they move it up top. And now a shot taken by Stecker. That one goes out of play as well. And it's retrieved and will be put back into play by Matt Gutman. Rasgoni. And here's Andy Stump looking to go one-on-one against Barodiak. In behind the Spartans' net. Now Stump, pass out front, they score! Reed Chaconis, a nice passing play there. And the Panthers have tied it at 7. 5 minutes and 7 seconds into this third quarter. So Chaconis gets the goal from Andy Stump. Chaconis now with 13 goals on the season. 4-2, the Panthers have outscored UT since the end of the first quarter. As the Spartans, Ross Dickerson takes it all the way down and behind the Panthers' net. And almost running out of room, Jack Wood, and finally gives it to McEnany. McEnany turns back the other way, gives it to Owen Miller, and returns it to McEnany, who gets it from Brian Wright. And now here's Owen Miller on the move right. McEnany and French finds Wright down in the crease. Shot taken by Wood, and a save made there by Palermo. And the Panthers try to start out of their own end. David Welsh on the far side will give it to his goaltender, Palermo. Palermo walks it all the way up to the restraining line, and now another long pass. We've seen him do that a few times in this game. And way down the other end of the field, that's Matt Gutman, as they'll work it back up top to Brendan Banks. Bennett Duffy looks over and hangs onto it as the Panthers make a substitution. Brendan Banks going off the field, and with it now is Luke Jane. Quick passing and a shot taken there. That one's going to go out of play. And 20 seconds left on the shot clock as the Panthers put it back into play. Jane sending it up top, and now quickly Duffy sends it for Justin Williams. And Williams, a pass behind the net. 9 seconds on the shot clock. And a chance in front. And Rosgoni was denied as there's only 1 second left on the shot clock. And the officials want to talk things over behind the Spartans net. And so let's see what's going to happen here, because there's just 1 second left on the clock. And so Justin Williams is just going to have to roll that into the corner. And now UT they start out of their own end. Moving it up on the far side of the field is Collingwood. No, comes back to this side. Gives it to Perry. And in the middle of the field, that's Scott Phillips. Now this is Luke McEnany as Phillips goes off the field. McEnany across the line, gets around his man and takes it all the way down in behind the Panthers net. It's pass now for Miller. Up top, Brian Wright. Looked like he wanted to put it into overdrive. Let's see if Brian Wright turns on the Jets here against Danny Lowe. Takes it to the outside. Now a pass, and the Spartans move it very quickly. A shot taken, they score! A great goal as you see the replay coming here, and a result, a product of terrific passing. Spartans just too quick as Ben French gets the goal to make it 8-7. And Luke McEnany with the assist. So McEnany now with a 4-point game. 1 goal and 3 assists. And it comes with 6.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. And now Ross Dickerson on the move after winning that faceoff. Shoots and scores! All by himself, Ross Dickerson. 2 very quick goals. And the Spartans have a 9-7 lead. So Dickerson, who, as I mentioned, was the recipient of the Male Athlete of the Year award, gets cherry on top of it by winning a faceoff and taking it in himself. And for Ross Dickerson, that is his 4th goal of the season. So no sooner do the Panthers tie it up than does the Spartans respond with 2 quick goals, and now possession once again. Brian Wright, and being worked over defensively by Andrew Ward. Owen Miller takes a shot and a save made there by Palermo. As Miller looking for the hat trick, as Palermo walks it up, and let's see if he goes for the long pass again. This time crossing midfield is Andy Stump. as he's slowed up by Scott Phillips. Now they send it over for Gutman. And back up top, Chaconis. As Christian Torres takes it over into the far corner. Torres sends it back for Chaconis. Scores! And the Panthers just refuse to let the Spartans put their foot on the gas as they close the gap to 1. Torres, of course, gets the assist. And for Chaconis, that is his 3rd goal of the night. And Chaconis now with 14 goals on the season. And it comes with 5:07 left here in the 3rd quarter. Panthers in possession here as it's the goaltender Palermo. On the far side of the field, there's a pass back up top for Noah Stecker and moves it over for Bennett Duffy. Duffy will send it back up top and sent over to the other side by Stecker, who gets it right back. And now a relay back to Duffy. And bumping there, Rosgoni. And up top now, Williams pushes it to the other side and gets it right back. Justin Williams being chased there by Barodiak. It's in behind the Spartans' net. Spin move there by Duffy. 15 on the shot clock. And that one misses. And it's chased down and picked up by Noah Stecker. 6 on the shot clock. There's a shot taken and a save made by Blake Ulmer. And here come the Spartans back the other way. Ducking the check was Matukis. A pass and a shot coming. Scores! Ben French, his 3rd goal of the night. And UT goes back into a 2-goal lead. It's 10-8. And you saw there just a laser by Ben French, beating Vincent Palermo. And the face-off now. 12-7, the Spartans lead in face-offs, and Dickerson out there against Toshev. And with it is Kyle Sergio for Florida Tech. And there's a pass that misses and goes out of play, so it's turned over. And UT has come back to outscore Florida Tech 3-2 in this quarter, with another possession here. And on the move is Daniel Fitzpatrick. Over for Wood. Jack Wood to Richie Hawley. All 6'4", 210 pounds of Richie Hawley. And now a pass down low, right on the crease. Oh, and nice save there by Palermo on Jack Wood, who is right on the doorstep. And so the Panthers come back the other way. On the run, Christian Torres, and slows it up and leaves it for Matt Lecomte. And now he'll just toss it over for Andy Stump. Stump crosses over the line, and we're going to have a timeout called here with 2:27 to go in the 3rd quarter. You're watching UT Lacrosse on TampaSpartans.tv.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
Back live following the timeout with 2:27 to go here in the third quarter. And a 10-8 Spartans lead. There has not been a lead, as the fans watching say, don't say it, don't say it, don't put in the jinx. But throughout this game, there has not been a lead of more than 3 goals. As you see, Florida Tech working here offensively, and they reset up top in a quick pass over to the far side of the field. There's a shot coming, and a nice save there by Ulmer, and quickly go the Spartans. And Badeau sidestepped a check, and now advances it. And Badeau gets a nice hand as he goes off the field. Pass connects with Richie Hawley, who's got a burst of speed. Hawley, a bounce shot, scores! Palermo thought he got a piece of it, and that bounced up just under the crossbar. And you see it right there as it hits the top of the net, getting in behind Palermo. And there is the biggest lead of the game for either one of these teams, 3 goals, as UT goes up 11-8. With 1:38 remaining here in the third quarter. And for Richie Hawley, that is his first goal of the season, and well timed, as the Spartans and their fans can exhale a little bit in what has been a very tense evening of lacrosse, as Dickerson takes it down into the far end of the field. Now it's loose, and the ball's up in the air and pulled down by the Spartans. Ben French was able to come away with it, and it's rolled back, and it'll be chased down by Michael Lucchese. And a flag thrown, and it looks like we're finally going to have the first call of the game against Florida Tech. As play carries on, the Spartans with it down behind the Panthers' net. That's Ben French with it. French on the far side of the field. Up top for Owen Miller. Brian Wright takes over. And now McEnany steps on and directs Owen Miller, who now has it and gives it to Brian Wright. Wright fakes the pass and now gives it to McEnany. And I thought for a minute there that we were going to see the hidden ball trick, and going down to the field, the Spartans able to keep possession. The shot clock runs out, but that's okay because it stops play, and the official will call the penalty against the Panthers. And this comes with just 12 seconds left here in the third quarter. And so the first extra man opportunity of the night for UT, as a penalty is being called against Nate DePlank. 30 seconds for a push. And so UT will go right back to work offensively. And let's see if they can capitalize on this extra man opportunity. And the game clock is going to expire in terms of the third quarter, and there goes the horn. And so we have reached the end of 3 quarters with the Spartans in the lead 11-8. You're watching UT Lacrosse on TampaSpartans.tv. We are just about set to start the fourth quarter here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex. I'm Bruce Wozniak, and it's a great night for lacrosse here and a Sunshine State Conference battle that the Spartans currently lead by 11-8. They have made 50% of their shots count tonight. 11 goals on 22 shots. And you could say even better for Florida Tech, 11 goals on 19 shots. And keep in mind that the Spartans are finishing up an extra man opportunity here to start this fourth quarter as they go right to work. With it now is Colin White to Brian Wright and back to Wright quickly. Wood. And nothing there for Ben French. French gets it back, sends it down low, and a pass clear across the other side is dropped by Owen Miller. And he picks that one up. And the penalty has expired. So the team's at even strength as French fights his way through. French runs out of a shooting lane, hits the back of the net, and the Panthers take over as they outlet it to the far side of the field. Sergio runs it up across midfield. Kyle Sergio, as both teams make changes, and a loose ball and scooped up by UT, and a good heads-up play there by Sam Collingwood as the Spartans now on the run. There's a pass for Badeau. Badeau, a long shot, and might have hit the goalpost. Palermo, the goaltender, got his stick up and keeps the Spartans from growing their lead to 4 as Florida Tech heads back the other way. And there's a shot taken by Chaconis that goes out of play. Reed Chaconis, a contributor offensively for the Panthers tonight to the tune of 3 goals so far. As this is Luke Jane with it for Andy Stump. Stump gets pushed to the outside, still has it. Stump can't get past Barodiak. And it's in behind the Spartans' net. And now trying to turn out front, Rosgoni. And there's a loose ball covered up by Blake Ulmer. And now he loses track of it. And the official right on the spot to award possession to UT. And so Collingwood will start it up for the Spartans. And Collingwood, barking out instructions for his teammates, sends it up for head for Richie Holly. Holly with a nice burst of speed. Oh, lost it. And a good play there defensively for Florida Tech by Andrew Ward. Although back down the other end of the field, Ulmer way out of his net to get that one as the Spartans will go right back down the other way. Holly over for Barodiak. And Barodiak wanting to settle things down. And he goes off the field. And for UT, outsteps Daniel Fitzpatrick. Meanwhile, play carries on in the far corner. And they reset up top with Holly. And that is Fitzpatrick. Over for Shane Hanlon. And back to Fitzpatrick again. Richie Holly, who has scored here tonight. Hanlon on the move. And a nice pass there. French has got a lane, takes a shot. That one goes out of play. Ben French with 3 goals and 1 assist in this game. And a nice burst of speed there by Jack Wood behind the net as they'll send it up top. Spartans with 17 seconds left on the shot clock. And here goes Shane Hanlon. Hanlon across the line. And UT needs to get a shot away. Richie Holly does so. It goes wide and out of play. Possession stays with the Spartans, and they'll need to quickly get a shot off here. 4 seconds on the shot clock. 3, 2, and not going to be able to do so. And back come the Panthers. An errant pass that bounces away, and a nice play by Christian Barodiak as here come the Spartans down the other way. And Barodiak, as the Spartans want to make a change, as out steps Daniel Fitzpatrick, and it looks like it's going to be turned over. And so Florida Tech down the other way as Rosgoni has it on the far side of the field, sends it up top for Justin Williams. And now Brendan Banks will head off. And out came Andy Stump, and that's him with it now. Across the Tampa line, leaves a pass back for Chaconis. Chaconis, a long shot, scores! Fires it up over the right shoulder of Blake Ulmer. And Chaconis picks up his 4th goal of the night to close the gap to 11-9 with 10 minutes and 13 seconds left here in the game. And so we'll see Ethan Tosheff out there against Ross Dickerson on this faceoff. And here come the Spartans on offense. Owen Miller with it for Brian Wright. And Wright watches a change being made as Platanic goes off the field, and out came Luke McEnany, and that's Luke with the ball right now. Over for Wright, and back to McEnany again. The far side of the field, Miller. And Brian Wright has some room to move. Sends a pass over instead, and ducking under the check was McEnany. Patience, and he scores! Luke McEnany watched the defender sail past him and then turned and fired that one up into the top corner, and that quickly the Spartans regain the 3-goal lead. It's 12-9 with 9:31 left, as you see the replay there. And Luke McEnany is having himself a game. 2 goals and 3 assists. That's an unassisted goal. And so Dickerson goes back out to the face-off circle to oppose Tosheff again. And Dickerson wins that one and controls it himself and brings it across the midfield line. Dickerson bumping there. Hands it off to Scott Phillips and goes off the field. And a nice applause, well deserved by Ross Dickerson. Owen Miller, as the Spartans make more changes. McEnany steps out on the field as Scott Phillips goes off. And now this is Miller on the far side. Owen Miller trying to go one-on-one there against Justin Williams, and Wright with a pass. McEnany over for Ben French. French right in front. White scores! Colin White with his 2nd goal of the evening. And UT goes into their biggest lead. 4 goals. It's 13-9 with 8.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. And a great goal. As you see, White just froze Palermo in his tracks, and a nice finishing move there. Ben French picking up the assist. So French with a 5-point game, 3 goals and 2 assists. And so it's time for Ross Dickerson to go back to work. Another face-off here. And the ball is still loose, as about 6 of them battled for it. And coming out of the pile with it is Florida Tech. as Andy Stump runs it all the way down into the corner. Sends it up top for Matt Gutman. Noah Stecker across the Tampa line. Stecker a pass, and there's a shot taken by Stump, and it's going to roll out of play. And let's see, possession is going to remain with the Panthers. Luke Jane with a little spin move. And Jane has gone somewhat quiet, has 2 goals in this game. And whistles there as you see possession awarded to the Spartans. And it's brought up now, given to Owen Matukas. Matukas gives it to Shane Hanlon. And changes being made as Jack Baldwin stepping out onto the field for UT, as does Daniel Fitzpatrick. And that's Fitzpatrick with the ball and returns it to Baldwin. Playing catch now with Shane Hanlon and Fitzpatrick, as the Spartans likely will use up a lot of clock now, as there's less than 7 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Hanlon on the move. Hanlon takes a shot, scores! What a goal by Shane Hanlon. And the Spartans went from a very pedestrian, use the clock posture to a burst of speed by Shane Hanlon, who you see here just rifles it past Vincent Palermo. And the score now 14-9 with 6:48 remaining. For Shane Hanlon, that is goal number 6 on the season, as head coach Rory Whipple getting contributions up and down the lineup now this evening, and seeing his team go up by 5 with less than 7 minutes remaining. And UT in possession once again. It's Marley Heimert. And here's Fitzpatrick, and playing catch with Heimert. And back over now to Jack Baldwin. Fitzpatrick motioning for Heimert. And now Fitzpatrick's going to keep it himself. Now the pass to Heimert. Ben French. French looking to go one-on-one here. French turns the corner, has some room, gets inside, and a nice save there. Rebound, and another great play by Vincent Palermo. A couple of saves on some high percentage shots from the Spartans, as Florida Tech able to head back down the other way. Danny Lowe with it for the Panthers. And now they take it down in behind the net. And Stump with it on the near side. Justin Williams sends it up top. Luke Jane. Florida Tech needs to go to work here. They need 5 goals in just over 5 minutes. And Jane with a bounce shot. And Ulmer was able to get a piece of that one. Possession still with Florida Tech. Matt Gutman puts it in and now leaves it for Williams. And the official on the spot, the call against the Panthers, and so it's turned over. And this momentum that the Spartans has built really deflating Florida Tech, as they had fought back several times in this game throughout, tied it up, and all of a sudden find themselves in a deep hole at 14-9 with now 4.5 minutes remaining. And that's Luke Curran. Curran sends it for Jack Baldwin, and now over for Heimert. Marley Heimert on the move. Heimert is pushed, able to keep his balance, and sends a pass back behind the net for Wood. Jack Wood looking for an open teammate, and it's going to be up top in the form of Luke Curran. And now here goes Baldwin. Jack Baldwin got to pass a couple of defenders and takes it all the way in behind the net. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. There's a shot taken, and Palermo may have gotten a piece of that one. The ball's loose, and the Panthers run it down as the shot clock expires anyways for UT. And now the goaltender Palermo outlets it quickly up ahead. Florida Tech on the move. This is Chaconis. Tried to hit on the other side of the field Rosgoni, but it goes out of play. Although possession stays with Florida Tech, and it looks like we're going to get a timeout called here with 3:25 remaining. You're watching UT Lacrosse on TampaSpartans.tv. Back live now as the team's breaking, or at least UT has, from that timeout call. And just 3 minutes and 25 seconds left as head coach Mark Penn trying to draw up something to get his Florida Tech Panthers back in the game. Although time is not on their side and the momentum is all with the home team right now. UT has outscored Florida Tech 7-3 in this second half after what was only a 1-goal difference at halftime. 7-6 was our score at that point as the teams went into the halftime break with the Spartans in the lead. And now play resumes. And the Panthers, a bounce shot there, and the Spartans able to get the rebound. That was Connor Larkin as the ball rolls free, and UT able to control again. And we have had a goaltending change as Alexander Starr is now in goal for UT. And that could be a nod towards wanting to get the senior a little bit of action here tonight, as it was senior night, and fittingly getting him in the game in these final minutes. And UT in possession here and leading 14-9. That's Nicky Palermo with it on the far side of the field. Palermo being watched back there by Christian Torres. Palermo pops out the other side. Nice save there. And now it's back up top with Jack Baldwin. Baldwin holds on to it, and 15 seconds on the shot clock for the Spartans, and a pass, and oh! Colin White was staring at a wide open net, and Vincent Palermo able to get there in time to deny that. And so with just 10 seconds on the shot clock, UT puts it in from behind the Panthers net. And there's one that hits the goal post, and now a flag is thrown. And so we're going to have a penalty called here with just 1 minute 45 seconds left in the game. And the official going over to the scores table to make this call. And this looks like it's going to be against Florida Tech. And the Spartans are going to call a timeout. And we will step aside and see what this penalty is, and we'll be back on TampaSpartans.tv. We're back live and sorting out the penalties plural during that break. For the Panthers, J.P. Panchukian was called 1 minute for slashing, and a penalty is also being called against Florida Tech's head coach Mark Penn, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, yellow flag. And so everything tilting in favor of the Spartans here in the game's final minutes, as there's just 1:45 left and UT in the 14-9 lead. And they put it in play. Luke Curran. And that's Connor Fitzgerald to Curran, and gets it back from Baldwin. Right in front. Oh, what a save there by Vincent Palermo. As it's chased into the corner. Jack Baldwin battling for it, and four of them in the corner. And the official right there on the end line to award possession to UT, and they reset the shot clock. And now a long shot coming by Curran. That one goes out of play. Luke Curran up top again. Curran fires that one, and a nice save by Palermo. And now Vincent Palermo takes it behind his net, and he sends a long pass all the way down the field and does not connect, as Christian Torres was battling there with the Spartans goaltender Alexander Starr. As we're inside a minute, and the Spartans well on their way towards staying undefeated and going to 7-0, as Palermo makes another stop and sends another long pass ahead. 30 seconds left in the game, and now a shot coming. That one might have been deflected, as it was taken by Brennan Banks. And put back into play by Chaconis. Chaconis backhands a shot that goes out of bounds in the near corner. 15 seconds remain. Justin Williams for Florida Tech, and bodies fly as two Panthers hit the ground. And Justin Williams a little slow in getting up, and hasn't gotten up, but the horn goes and the game is over. And so the Spartans win it, and unfortunately distracted by Justin Williams really having some trouble down there on the field for Florida Tech, as the Spartans, as I mentioned, celebrate what goes in as their 7th victory of the season. They are perfect in 2021. A 7-0 one-loss record. And for the visitors, they fall to 2-4. And UT still with a little more work left in the regular season. They'll remain home for a couple more games next Wednesday night. That's May 5th. They will play here at 8 o'clock against St. Leo. And then 1 week from tonight, a 3 o'clock start, Saturday afternoon, May 8th, against Lynn. The final score tonight, 14-9. And as I mentioned, balanced scoring up and down the lineup, led by a 3-goal, 2-assist effort from Ben French. And similarly, a 5-point game off of 2 goals and 3 assists from Luke McEnany. And the Spartans actually used 3 goaltenders tonight. Blake Ulmer, with the bulk of the workload, finished with 13 saves. The final shots on goal were 28-23 in favor of the Spartans. And the stat that matters the most, they win it 14-9 and stay perfect on the season at 7-0. My thanks to Andre Pyatt. I'm Bruce Wozniak, thanking you for watching. This is TampaSpartans.tv. Have a good night.